Wow. I mean, man, this is, I'll tell you, what a setup for just using the Focus, right? And then I guess it's that software, the PreSonus software.
Yeah, so I'm doing the old, so I'm using the PreSonus interface, and that goes into the PreSonus software. Then I come out of the PreSonus interface with a TRS cable, and I go into the Focusrite. Because remember the old voice meter thing where, these cards, the software doesn't like to be shared? Well, the card doesn't like to be shared with multiple software. So the Focusrite is the station sound card. So my in and out in Thetis and all that is the Focusrite. My in and out for the DAW is the PreSonus interface. And then OBS picks everything up. I've got the stream on, guys, and I've got my good audio in there. I fixed it.
Okay. Wow. I wasn't even aware of this. So that's how you're doing it. So you're utilizing two independent cards, boxes basically, USB, audio devices.
Good morning,
right?
everyone.
And then you have one for your basically almost like a preamp in a way, input, output, and then the output goes to the other card, the Focusrite, and then you do your unity between the two, get those levels just right. But then they play well together because it's hardware versus the glitchy virtual mixing crap.
Correct. And it's, I've had these cards laying around, but even if you were going to buy it brand new, it's like $200 in cards. So it's not crazy. And then I use VAC to get audio into OBS. And that's it. We rock and roll.
And then both devices are going to the same PC, right? I presume, right? It's probably 3.0, USB 3.0 hookups to your computer.
Correct. And then in Windows Sound, I make the Focusrite the default device, and that's where my headphones are also plugged into. And then I make the PreSonus, which is talking to the DAW, the default communication device.
Oh, fantastic. Okay. And then the other reason for this configuration is OBS. It plays well now because, you have plenty of basically drivers and input-output sources to divide everything up, right? That's what it sounds like. You got like, let's just call it headroom now. Not only Thetis and, doing the DAW software and all that for your ham radio audio. Now you have basically a whole independent setup to do your OBS with YouTube.
100%. And now when I make my videos, so what I do with the videos, I'll talk into the camera, but I'll also record what I'm saying in the DAW. And then I take the video and I take the audio track and I combine them. I sync them together so that the audio matches my moving lips in iMovie. So then I get a video with the processed audio.
Wow. Okay, now the next thing they have to figure out is that darn latency, right? The timing between like right now, if I go back, I'm delayed, right? And it's not your setup, it's just the way it is with YouTube, right? With live, there's probably a 7-second delay.
Yeah, probably. And you know what? I'm on Wi-Fi right now, but it's the same even when I'm hardwired. It's YouTube. And then other services like Twitch, TikTok, there's less latency. So it's a YouTube thing.
Excellent. All right, let's check the 40-meter band out to Alabama. Hey, I saw you tune up, Richard.
I'm on Wi-Fi right now.
I don't know. It shouldn't be no more than 1,000, 1,100 watts. I mean, I try not to run that much more, especially on 40, because I get RF, and I'm hearing Doug real good.
Yeah, Richard, 510 over up here, sounding marvelous.
Well, I was worried. I wasn't watching, but
hey, John. Good
I'll
morning.
come back and I'll look and see what you got. I got on you.
All right, this is KB2 UKA trying to pierce his way into good old Alabama, Fort Salonga, New York. How copy?
5 plus over 9.
Yep, good, and it's reciprocal. So, I don't know, Art. This antenna at this height, I'm copied the same way usually that I'm hearing people, so I think we're good.
Oh yeah, you 100%. I mean, you were, with the prime conditions on 75. What was it? The last evening, or when you got on, you were 20. You were in the 20 zone. So that's all I have to see. Yeah, 100%.
And what's funny, the other morning, I went to bed and I had an issue, so I woke up early to check it. So around 5:30, I went on 39.99 and I just checked my audio. And Richard's like, "Holy crap! I have never heard you like this on 80." So it's weird with the time. It used to last longer. We used to be able to go to like 8 o'clock.
That's what she said.
I was thinking it as I said it.
Well, how's the gray zone look too? I never take notice to that. I'm just going to look at the gray line map, right? The gray line. I think where your location is, you get the first sun.
So the only people that get sun before me is Maine. So Maine gets it first, and then like Vermont, Massachusetts, Connecticut, Long Island.
There you go. That's we don't take that into account, but that has a lot to do with it, especially on 75. And, in the morning, of course, the saturation starts.
Yep, that's what happens. If I catch you in the dark before sunrise, I'm good.
At the 40 and 4QNT.
KB2 UKA live on YouTube.
KD4
I mean, Richard, I was just saying VA3 KBC, even though I don't have to.
Was there somebody else in there? I thought I heard someone with DJ.
Good morning.
Who's that, Michael?
K9 CVO.
K9, is that K9 Charlie Delta Oscar, QSL?
Charlie Victor Oscar. How you doing out there?
Holy schmoly, Ken, it's been a long time. Doing well, man. Sounding good.
Roger. I just heard you out there, and I couldn't help but to key it up there. Over.
It's got to be like 2.5 years, Ken. You're booming in here, 10 over, 5-10 over into Long Island. How copy?
Roger. I have you at least 5 over. 5 over, doing a great job into Illinois. Over.
Great. Well, let me pass it around. I'll pass it to Art. Art, pick up K9 CVO. Ken and I used to chat, I think, even before I had the YouTube channel. Go ahead. How do you copy Ken, Art?
Yeah, I copy Ken very well. Good morning. This is Art, N4 Quebec November Tango in North Carolina, about 100 miles north of Charlotte, just here near Winston-Salem. Man, you're booming in here beautifully, 10 over.
Roger there. Well, we definitely appreciate it, Art, and you have a great morning out there, over. And you are at least a good solid 5'9", there, over.
Very good. Yeah, certainly will. Starting off a little chilly here today. We had a front move through, so it's like it's going to be that back and forth now with spring coming up in here. So we got to be used to that. One morning it's 27, and then next day it'll be 53. So all right. But anyway, good to hear you, and throw it over to Richard. See how you hear Ken in Illinois.
Yeah, I got him 5'9" here in the state of Alabama. Good morning to you, Ken. Call here is Kilo Golf 4, Whiskey, Quebec, and we're down here on the Alabama-Georgia state line, about an hour and 10 minutes away from Atlanta Airport.
Ken and I go way
20
back,
minutes
way back.
west of Birmingham Airport.
Roger, roger there, Rich. Well, you're doing a great job. I got you at least 10 over 9 there. Yeah, weather up here is kind of crazy. We got a high going up to 50 today, but the morning's starting off pretty cool. And so I think we're going to just leave the bike in the garage today. There, over.
Yeah, well, we got, I checked it earlier. It was 25, so I don't know what it is now. I got the little RF on my weather station, so that makes it rough to tell. But, you know, it works. So sometimes it don't. But, yeah, it is supposed to warm up when there's no clouds and just pure sunshine. So whatever temperature it gets, it's going to be a beautiful day in the neighborhood.
Roger, roger on that there. I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think we got maybe 15, maybe 16 more days for spring. And hallelujah, they're over.
Well, March generally comes back and bites you in the tail. Don't go bragging about it too soon.
Roger, roger. Well, it is what it is. I can't do nothing about the weather changing and stuff, but I can still get ready for that date. They're over.
Yeah. I mean, March wind brings April showers, and April showers bring May flowers.
In like a lion, out like a lamb.
Roger, roger on that there. Okay, my friend. You guys have a great one out there, and just want to get in there and say good morning out there to my friend out there. Take care. K9CVO 70.
Hey, Ken, I hope all is good with you and the family. And, yeah, please hop on and catch me. I don't know if the YouTube caught your eye or if you just heard us here, but please stop by. 73, my friend.
Roger, roger. No, I just heard you out there. I was just scanning the van, and I heard you out there, and I'm like, that's him, ain't it? So that's why I jumped in. Okay, take care, my friend. K9CVO 73.
Yeah, 73, Ken. Station, you trying to get in here, or are you just QRMing us because you're way off frequency? Modulation's messed up.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I was looking for the tube.
Pretty bad, Doug. You tell them you're live streaming and they want to come in here and do a little QRM.
Well, yeah, that's what happens. But the station tried to reply to me. Go ahead. No, I don't think it was a QRMer. I think it's somebody having an issue because they said they were sorry, but I couldn't make them out. It sounded like somebody using a DAW, and there was like a digital hiccup. Well, not a hiccup. The voice was digitized from a buffering issue or something. Where's Dominic? Was he up till midnight watching Nikki Haley lose?
Well, Richard, just Bill and Dwayne were on early, but he never mentioned anything about Dominic being on.
So I didn't watch any of her comments. Richard, did you watch what did she say after she lost? We're still in it?
You know, I don't know. I sit here and fell asleep, and I woke up about 10:30, and I think spoke a little bit with Art, but other than that, everybody else got out of there. I didn't pay much attention to it all.
Did she actually lose to somebody this time, or did she lose to nobody again? N1MJF, good morning, all.
Hey, good morning, Matt. Matt, was that you before?
Negative. No, I actually was trying to listen, but I didn't even have even the faintest scratch on my waterfall from that signal.
Okay, I was getting confused in the YouTube comments. I thought you. Never mind. Okay, yeah, you sound great. Whatever changes you made.
I just adjusted some levels, adjusted the compressor, and adjusted the EQ. Actually, I'm now feeding a lot lower audio signal into the Sun SDR, but I just turned the drive power up a lot further. I found that the IMD was a whole lot better if I keep the audio about, it's peaking out now at like -5, -6.
Yep. I started doing that probably a year ago. I come into the radio software light, and then I bring it up with the mic gain.
Yeah, it's interesting. You can actually even see the IMD improve even on the TX waterfall. The little extensions past the passband filter seem to disappear.
Yeah, but you're very clean. The Suns even without the pure signal, they're clean radios. There's a little bit on the upper, but there's nothing on the lower. And when I say you're strong to me, that's why I'm seeing it. But it's pretty clean.
Well, that's the goal. Keep it clean and also keep my voice out of the mud. My voice tends to go and fall into the static and get all muddy easy. So that's why I use the harmonic maximizer and have it generate some brightness to my voice.
No, it sounds great. Great. Let me pass it around. KB2 UKA. DJ, why don't you pick Matt up?
Yeah, I was just kind of watching the assembly of an Aperture AD12 Dobsonian telescope, so it's got me thinking again. I miss my 12-inch Dob, but anyhow, so with the way the YouTube is, you click on one and then the algorithms kick in and more start to come up. So last night when we went to bed, we had YouTube on, and we're going to watch that couple in Azerbaijan doing some recipe, or doing some stuff that they do. And Carol's scrolling through the subscriptions, and she noticed some of the telescope stuff, but she never said anything. She just kind of went, and so I'm thinking she's probably catching on that I have kind of been looking at maybe getting a telescope, but I don't know if I will or not. But I do enjoy watching stuff on astronomy.
Well, that is one of my little side hobbies that I don't really know too much about, but I bought myself a telescope, I bought myself a professional camera, and I've been taking photos of galaxies and solar systems and all sorts of fun stuff with it. It's awesome.
I had a 12-inch Dobsonian, 12-inch Newtonian on a Dobsonian mount, and the first time I viewed M31 Andromeda, I'll tell you, it was like something just come over me. Like, it's hard to explain when you actually see it with your own eyes through the telescope, through the lens there. And M13 was another one. Watching Jupiter and the moons. Actually, I watched one evening a moon go across Jupiter. So the Dobsonian are the best bang for your buck. I also had a Cassegrain. I forget what size it was, but I had the on a mount. So you set it towards the North Star, and then whenever you observe anything, you flip the switch, and it actually moves as the sky moves. So you can do photography with it, because you got to have long exposures, and then you take a lot of them, and then you stack them. Use a computer program. You can stack them to get really vibrant pictures of what you want to have a picture of. So it's it's a lot of fun, but the problem with astronomy is you have to have clear skies. You have to be in an area that has dark skies, not light pollution. So it can be a rabbit hole too, with everything that you can get to get into that hobby and expanding it. But from what I had a 12-inch, but from what a lot of the professionals that are, really strong hobbyists in the amateur radio, not amateur radio, astronomy field, all highly, highly recommend, starting off with an 8-inch Dob. Easy to carry around because the telescope that you're going to like the best is the one you're going to use the most. So you get something really small, you're just getting frustrated because your views aren't what you thought you see. You get like what you see on the internet, and then you get a 12 or 14, which is very heavy and awkward. So the 8-inch seems to be a perfect one for starting out. And it's hard to do any video or taking pictures with the Dob because you have to manually move it. So because you're taking long exposure, you can get away with it, but the end result isn't that great. So what are you using for a telescope? VA3 KBC.
Be right back. KB2 UKA.
Oh, and N1 MJF returning here. So mine is one that I got off of a local marketplace really cheap. It was about the biggest budget I could find. I think I paid about $200 for it. It is a 6-inch Newtonian, and it does have the computerized mount. It has the wrong style of mount because while those all give you the impression that you can do photography with them, mine does not rotate the telescope at all. Mine is the very basic computerized mount. It does, it can turn it and put it up and down, but just not rotate, which is important when you're doing the time exposures. But either way, the telescope itself, I actually attached a stepper motor to the focus knob, but I can just plop it in my backyard and completely operate it from in front of the screen here, and trigger the time exposures, everything else, layer them. The only thing I need to do manually inside is take the light and dock exposures for stacking. But yeah, I've been doing all of that. I haven't actually even looked at it in since last year, but we'll be getting back into it soon. Between that project and now, I bought myself a camper, and been putting more work into that. And then we'll be revisiting the astrophotography thing once I get set up with the camper, because then I'm going to be going up Maine and Vermont, places where the sky really supports it. Here I'm in the center of Rhode Island. And, I probably got about the same light pollution as Doug there in Long Island. But back over to you, Art. And when MJF here in the group.
Yeah, back over to Art or to me?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm all twisted this morning. My coffee's brewing. I haven't even poured it yet.
Yeah, my name is Don, but I go by DJ Delta Juliet. Yeah, very good. As I said, it's quite a rabbit hole you can get into with the astronomy stuff. So, but I really enjoyed putting the dark filter on and looking at the moon and the craters, and especially when it's crescent. Full moon it's really bright, but a crescent moon, whether it's quarter or half or whatever, that's really fun to observe and look at all the craters and have. I had a book with the different names and that, so it was kind of enjoyable. But watching Saturn, looking at Saturn and Jupiter, but my favorite was still the Andromeda, and it's a certain time of the year. I'm trying to remember. I think it's in the fall. That's when you can observe Jupiter, and you can see it with the naked eye. It's a little fuzzy thing off into the east. And but with the telescope, it does come out. So, I with my other telescope, and then I had a deck that I bought real cheap from Approach Lumber. They had it out front, so I got it dirt cheap. They brought it out to my place with their forklift, and I I augered some holes in. I put posts in, piers, concrete, and then I had the deck. I moved it over with the tractor, and then cemented the posts in, and had a plate on, because you walk by your telescope, the ground just walking vibrates it. So I had it all set up. I had 3 piers, one for the 12-inch Dob, and then for my other 2 telescopes. And I had one for the telescope that was Cassegrain, Schmidt Cassegrain, and then I had what are the 2080s binoculars, and they're big and heavy, so I had them on a tripod as well. But they was all made so that you could walk on the deck, or anybody out in the ground or anything, it wouldn't vibrate through. But there was a comet. We've seen a comet. What else was there? There was something else. I forget what the heck else there was. But I know what it was. I had the sun filter on, and I was looking at the sun, and be doggone if a jet hadn't gone through. And boy, I wish I had a camera at that time. That's one in a million type things. So yeah, it was a lot of fun. I had tables set up I could fold down, and I spent a lot of time in my on that deck to outfit it all for all the astronomy stuff. And so I drag everything out at night. And the Dob, it was heavy. It was custom built, and it was heavy. So I had a fan on it and everything. So it can really take you into a rabbit hole. VA3 KBC, top of the hour.
Oh yeah.
DJ,
yeah. I'm just bad with names, but we've talked quite a few times. But for taking photos of planets and the moon, I actually don't use telescope at all. I just got myself a few nice prime lenses for my camera, and all you need is 200 millimeter lens now. A good prime lens, and you can really. I actually did make a mount for my camera to mount it on the telescope mount, so I can use that for the time exposures as well. But even Andromeda, I've captured an amazing photo of Andromeda without any stacking or anything, just with a 100 millimeter lens in my backyard here. So, I mean, believe it or not, the telescope I use the most is a 200 millimeter, large aperture lens for the camera. That I have awesome luck with just that. So, still getting acclimated to the telescope thing, but I think I do need to research different telescopes and mounts to really get serious in it. But it's always fun. Doesn't matter. I mean, if you're capturing good images or seeing the coolest things or not. I mean, sometimes it's the thing you don't even know what you're looking at, and it just looks cool as hell. And when I'm KF.
KB2 UKA, I'm back.
Well, I did just a little bit added here. With my first telescope, I hooked my camera up. I have an Uzi digital camera, and if you go to my QRZ page and scroll down, there's a link there past the building of the towers and stuff like that. It's down a little ways, but there's a link there. Where the hell is it now? Yeah, there we go. Year in farming pictures. So it's 3/4 of the way down, if not more. If you click on that pbase.com Stefanik, then it'll bring up a page, and there's magnification. You'll scroll down 1, 2, 3, 4. It's the fourth one, and it shows. I was on the front deck when I was on the farm. There's between the side roads, our road, Fuller Road and Cedar Point line. So with just the naked eye, you can just barely make it out. And then I used the telescope, put the camera on it, and did optical lose, everything. So, man, when you look at the last one, you can, like, all you see is R and PO and the banquet. You I magnified it so much, so it's interesting what you can do. And again, my call sign is Victor Alpha 3 Kilo Bravo Charlie. So like I said, you scroll down close to the bottom of the page. It's a long page. Just keep scrolling down just about to the bottom, and you'll see the year in farming pictures. Click here.
W4DLM.
Hello, Don.
W1BM.
Oh, Isaac, Dominic, everyone's here. Good morning, guys.
Hello, Doug. Doug sounding good. 15 over last night.
Ah, beautiful, beautiful. I've got you 5 over, but the band's, I don't know, 80 was weird too. Good morning, Isaac.
Good morning. Good morning there, Doug, man. Everything is kind of roadside and Funkadori, there you go.
Yeah, you're booming in, man. I've got the YouTube up. You can hear your audio. It sounds great.
Oh yeah, I changed the microphone, so I took out my RE220, and so that's what I'm driving everything this morning. The RE220 there, the lecture voice one there, so no problem. All right, thanks for the help, man. You started, man. I remember before getting into all this SDR stuff, you kind of educating me and telling me what to do even before even before start going, man. You start to give me some knowledge, man. So then when we put the preamp, guess who was on to help me turn those knobs? You, man. So yeah, I have to say thanks, man. Back to you there, KB1B.
Isaac, I don't know what you're doing. I got to say, this is the best I've ever heard you. It's really, really good. Really good. So yeah, keep it up. Keep it up. All right, let me throw it around. Dominic, how you do? How late were you up last night, Dominic?
Oh, I went to bed early, and then I got back up again. I signed off for winter. And then I checked the stats, and I posted that.
Holy crap.
That I was just crawling into bed. I also put up the schedule for the primaries. If you click on that, it has a complete list of all the primaries. And Nikki's not dropping out.
Yeah, I saw that when I woke up this morning. Thank you. Yeah, what did she say last night?
I didn't watch it. I watched his, and he was very humble. He won by more than he expected to win by. I think he won by almost 200,000 more votes.
That's great. That's great. Yeah, I looked this morning. I couldn't find what she said. Maybe she didn't.
She did have a little thing she said, but she wasn't giving up. I didn't watch it though. And just to let the rest of you all states out there know, South Carolina did its job. Hope you follow suit.
How many more delegates does he need, or how many more places do they have to go to?
Oh, it's got to go for a while now. So what we have here is there'll be a few more states. He's got I think he's got 117 delegates right now. You need 1,000 something, 1,011 or 1,100 something delegates. They have a Super Tuesday coming up, and that Super Tuesday is where a whole bunch of states have their primaries. So if you look at that schedule on there, you'll see the schedule. I posted on Rumble last night. And you can see when the date and the times that these primaries will be. And you'll see Super Tuesday because there'll be a whole bunch of primaries on that one Tuesday.
So they're about halfway through. So if he keeps garnering delegates, sooner or later it's going to be where she can't say something crazy happens and she could pass him at this point. But another few more of these, and then statistically she can't beat him, so that she eventually is going to have to drop out.
Yeah, she's not going to beat him. Well, I'd imagine he can win as soon as Super Tuesday with enough delegates. But I think you're going to see this happen all through the states. They want him back. They want that border secure. They don't want money going to wars. They don't want any wars. I really don't want him anyway. He was actually stopping them. Had the Middle East talking peace, and then these guys get in there and start it all up again. But Super Tuesday is March 5th. So he could still
If he makes it to March 5th and wins there, it'll be done. If not, if she wins anything considerable, it'll be back maybe in April before he could win. But she's not going to win. It's just a waste of time at this point. He really should be. The Republicans should be concentrating on beating the Democrats.
Well, real quick. Super Tuesday is going to be a huge factor. That's going to be the big one for her to realize. Okay, hold on, that was a package of states, and that. So really, that should be the deciding factor.
You know what she's waiting on.
KC2 QMA. Good morning.
Good morning, John.
She's hoping, hopefully she's betting wrong. So South Carolina was last night. Tuesday, February 27th, will be Michigan. And then March, it'll be March 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th. And the 5th is the Super Tuesday. The Saturday, March 2nd, will be Michigan, Missouri, Idaho, District of Columbia, North Dakota, Alabama, and then it goes on for Super Tuesday.
Good morning, KB3 WBX. Sam Danley's showing up.
Oh, wow. It's a big crew this morning. Good morning, Jeff.
Good morning, and I got the paper out, Dom. How are you?
Good morning. How you doing?
Not bad. Good morning, everybody.
Jeff, you're a booming 20 over.
She's good, and thank you, Doug. Same here, about 20 over.
Yeah, I'm barefoot at the moment. I'm warming up the firecracker.
And good morning, John.
You were slamming 20 over. Sounding good, man. No problem hearing you. And I think John's out there with an amp on.
20 over, John. Here, you don't need amp at my house.
He's S5 here.
Yeah, I get into Pittsburgh pretty good, into PA. I get in there pretty good on barefoot, but let me warm up the amp and do a quick tune, and I'll get up to full power here.
Real quick, I want to make a call. TG2 Mike Mobile, you on? Wait till the tune-up is done.
He's on his way to Orlando?
I think so. I think he's taking his wife somewhere, or just Georgia or something.
I'm going to a ham fest today.
Oh, really? Which one?
They do it every 6 months on Long Island. Limark puts it on, Long Island Mobile Amateur Radio Club. It's the biggest one on Long Island. It opens at 9. My son's got practice from 10 to 11, so we're getting there around right around 11:30.
Hey, if you go to this thing all the time, maybe I'll send you up my TS2000. It needs a relay replaced in it, and I don't feel like dealing with it. I want to sell that pretty cheap. I got a bunch of meters that I want to sell too. Maybe I should just ship you all this stuff and let you sell it.
It's in February, and I believe July. I got to check. I'll find out today.
I went to one of those. I went to Limark like 20-something years ago. I think there's even a picture of me on the website somewhere.
Really? Yeah, I've been going since I was a kid. I haven't been there in about, 10 years. But we're going today. They're hilarious. They're great.
John means
10-4 QNT to 10.
KB2 UKA.
Pitcher.
Hey, KB1 BM.
KC2 QMA.
W4 DOM.
KL4 OUH.
So what were the results last night? I just kind of got on here, and I'm assuming Trump wiped the floor with the votes there.
Well, real quick, Nikki Haley actually won a state last night. Art, what state did she win?
Oh, yeah, I came up. I coined the phrase, John. The only state Nikki Haley can win is the deep state.
Yeah, baby, that's it right there. Yeah, that's pretty much the truth, too.
And turn around with those guys up north yet?
No, I'm not on 75. Well, last night, the gentleman that uploads up in Canada was sounding good. I'm hearing better, but I don't know. It'll be different on 40 meters, I guess.
Yeah. Doug, how you hearing Brian down here?
4x7. 4x7. I have a low noise floor, so I can hear everything he's saying.
Roger, I copy 4x7. I guess I don't know if that's good or not.
What am I doing over there, Doug?
5 over.
And anybody else hearing Brian?
Oh, yeah. No problem here in Canada. Yeah, Brian, VA3 KBC DJ here up in Southern Ontario, Lambton Shores, community of Lambton Shores, Southern Ontario, Canada.
You're S9 here in Canton, Georgia.
Yep, you're S9 as well.
So I guess it's working, Dom.
Oh, yeah, you're working. How high is this one now? You said 60 feet?
The apex is at least between 50 and 60 feet and almost flat top, except for the southeastern leg is slopes down to the lowest part at the end is about 30 feet.
Oh, okay. Yeah, this is the Wyndham. This one's up 60 feet, and the two ends are down about 5 feet from the apex.
Dominic, is he in Southwest Georgia by any chance?
Go ahead, Brian. Go ahead. Go ahead, Brian.
Yeah, what do I have? Say that again.
What part of Georgia, geographically, where in Georgia are you? Are you in Southwest by any chance?
No, I'm North Georgia. I'm about 40, 50 miles north of Atlanta.
Yeah, I don't know why I'm not copying him better. Because if he was in Southwest, I'd say I'm like, that's kind of like issues I have with Richard sometimes. That direction, I might be a little off. I don't know.
Hey, Doug, real quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a picture of it, man. I listen back to it, how it sound, man. Oh my God. Everything sound balanced to me over the thing. I went from my laptop and listen on my headphones. So I'm just gonna take a picture of it. Anyway, 70 cheese all around. 70 cheese to everybody, and thanks again, dear Doug. KB2 UKA, KB1BEM. 70 cheese, everybody.
All right, Isaac, you have a great Sunday. I'll probably be back on tonight. Maybe I'll catch you on 80 later, on 54 or whatever. All right, 73.
73, Isaac. 73.
Yeah,
Take care, 73, Isaac.
From over here in Dorchester, KB1BEM.
Doug, your signal has come up 30, 35 over now.
Holy schmoly. That's, see, there's no rhyme or reason to it, Jeff. Hope you like the new audio.
Oh, yeah, it sounds great over here. No problem. Sounds very nice. Okay.
Yeah, good morning,
I'm going to let
Jeff.
you just carry on, and I'm going to go get the griddle started and do up some bacon and eggs, have a good breakfast, and get the chickens out and check for any eggs and get our day started. We got to clean some stuff out. We're getting all our new appliances tomorrow, so got to get some stuff cleaned out and moved to the garage. So, everybody have a great day. This is Victor, Alpha 3 Kilo, Bravo Charlie, going that way.
All right, DJ 73, have a beautiful Sunday. I'm going to be right behind you in a few minutes, but 73.
Best 73, DJ, good talking. And I sent you an email with a photo album of some photos for you. N1MJF.
73, DJ, have a good day.
Okay, thanks for the
DJ, have a great day.
If you go, like I said, on my QRZ page, go down to near the bottom and click on the Year in Farming, and you'll see all the different pictures. But there's also one on my Dobsonian that I had built, and you could appreciate the size of that thing. So, anyhow, 7-3 guys, VA3 KBC.
That's what she said.
Hey, Art or Doug, can we just quickly go over my pure signal settings? I just want to make sure I've got everything set right because I'm still not getting proper pure signal on the two-tone test.
Go ahead, Art. You got this one.
No, I'm hesitant now. I might have to wait.
You want me to do it?
Yeah, Yeah, you. I'll tell you what, you are spot on with everything. I actually changed things, Doug. Holy mackerel, it's been working perfect.
Oh, good. Well, when you're insane and you sacrifice your livelihood and your family for ham radio, you learn stuff. I'm kidding. All right, you ready, John?
I'm ready.
All right, first step, bring up your linearity screen. And the only thing that should not be checked, because that'll be easier, make sure relaxed tolerance is unchecked. Everything else should be checked. The bottom right-hand corner, those three always on top, that's up to you. I have those unchecked. But the six up top, the only one of the six up top, relaxed tolerance should be unchecked. Is that what you have? Over?
That is correct. That is the only one that is unchecked.
All right. Okay, so now go to setup. And just give me a second here. Where the hell is it? Give me a second. Okay. Go to general. And then underneath general, antenna/filters. Once you're on antenna/filters, all the way on the right, you'll see SWR protection. And then you'll see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 check boxes underneath all of that. The only ones I do not have checked are external one on TX, disable HFPA, and the last one, enable transverter HF. Everything else is checked. Most importantly, RX bypass on TX. Over?
Okay, that's what I have. And when I'm talking, it looks good on the pan adapter. I mean, I see it looks clear, but man, when I do that two-tone test, I get like six bars.
Okay, so the only other thing, and it's weird because I have the YouTube up, so you could come back and watch this. Sometimes you're immaculate, and sometimes I see lift on the spectrum up and down, but I don't see it in the waterfall, so it's weird. The only thing that I would do, and I know you're not on you're on a G2, I would reflash your firmware, whatever version you're supposed to be running on that thing, and then I would revo wipe Thetis, reinstall it, and then see what happens.
Okay, yeah, that's probably the best thing I can do at this point. Well, I mean, it looks like all the settings are right. It's just, you know what it could be too, honestly? It could be the coupler. Something with the coupler might not be right, which, when I get the new amp, that should be eliminated, but I'll dig into that, and I'll try resetting the database too and just see if that helps.
What'd you order, the VK or the new Anon one?
The VK.
Yeah, as soon as you get that, it might be the coupler. It really might be, but the VK will take care of all of that.
Yeah, I'm glad. I mean, I know I ordered the VK before the Anon one came out, but I think I'd still rather have the VK one. I like the way it's built. I do like the way that the Anon one looks, though. I love the rack mount box. I'm always a sucker for rack mount equipment, but yeah, it'll be fine. I'm looking forward to the amp, and I'm looking forward to using the coupler in it. And I'll get a nice short cable that'll go right from the radio right to the amp, and it'll be good.
So last night on 80, Vin, I'm sure you've heard Vin before. He got on and he had just received, he doesn't have the amp, but he bought the VK coupler. And he had to click a couple of settings that you and I just went over, and he was immaculate. It's a great coupler.
Yeah, I think the one that I'm using, the Clean RF one, I think it's good if you're trying to use it for like trapezoid and that sort of thing to monitor your transmit pattern. But using it for the pure signal, I'm not quite sure that it's up to snuff for that.
Yeah, I don't know. But no, your settings are correct. All right, guys. Well, I'm going to hop in the shower. We've got a basketball lesson and then a ham fest. And I don't know if anyone, John, if you want to take a ride into Levittown, maybe I'll see you later. I should be there around 11:30, 11:45. So I'll say 73. I'll listen out. Too many people to name today, but you guys have a great day. Take care. John, why don't you pick it up and pass it around? 73.
All right, Doug. Well, that's funny. You said Lindenhurst. I was born and I grew up there for the earlier part of my life. I grew up not too far from Hoffman Avenue, right by the Long Island Railroad there, and not too far from Wellwood Avenue, actually, in Lindenhurst. So I've been around Long Island, Queens, New York, Tennessee, New Jersey. Where she stops, nobody knows. Keep that wheel spinning. All right, Doug. Have a great day. Thanks for the help with the settings. And yeah, go ahead, Art. Pick it up. KC2QMA.
That started to sound like a Huey Lewis song, but all right, Doug. 7-3. What's the name of the Ham Fest again? I'm hoping you're still listening. What's the name of the Ham Fest?
Lima, India, Mike, Alpha, Radio, Charlie, Limark, Long Island Amateur Mobile Radio Club. They have the biggest repeater around here, and they've been around forever.
I see it. Excellent. I'm gonna look up and try to find John's image. That would be cool. All right. Take care and pass it around, you guys. 7-3, Doug.
73, everyone. I'm going to check out too. And 1MJF. Have a great day, everyone.
Doug leaving us?
Yeah. Going to get the day started.
Well, good morning, John.
Good morning, Richard. Sounding great.
All right, guys. You have a fantastic Sunday. Stay